Oh, Lord, we're blurry. Hey, everybody. Happy Thursday. Come on in, come on in, come on in. It is almost the end of the week. My camera is acting funky, but we're going to get it together. There we go. I don't have a lot to talk about today because I know y'all really want me to just get to Donald Trump. So I really don't have a lot to talk about today. But I do have a few things I want to touch bases with. Really be thanks for your email. I'll respond to my okay, Janae. And listen, I'm gonna send you my number because it may be easier for us to just talk on the phone because sometimes things don't always translate well. And I want to make sure I understand what you're saying and you understand what I'm saying because I want to try to get you in touch with the people you need to get in touch with. So but yeah, just hit me up and then we'll respond. Hey, everybody. Sincerely, Gigi, been a member for 1 month. Said, hey, really being tribe 34. Woohoo. Oh, that's the number today. Is the number today 34? So listen, I want to get through a few things. It's not going to take us long. And then we're going to get to Trump. I know that's what y'all want to talk about. But I just got 2 or 3 things I want to talk about first. Now, the one thing I'm pretty sure, open panel. Okay, Andrea, I can do a little bit of an open panel because El Teddy is going to go live after me. Matter of fact, he said he'll be in the bushes. So El Teddy, let me know when you figured out what time you're going to go live. And I'll make sure that I set up the redirect and all that good stuff, okay? Let me know. Now, the one thing I want to say is I'm pretty certain that everything I say today is going to probably piss y'all off. Y'all ain't gonna like what I'm gonna say today. And when I say y'all, I don't mean everybody. There may be people in here that'll be like, really B, I'm with you, girl. But I'm saying for the most part, I feel like most of y'all are going to probably not like what I'm gonna say today. I only have about, one story I think we're gonna all agree. You said don't steal your joy. Listen, if y'all don't want me to steal y'all joy, then y'all better decide if y'all want me to talk about Trump or not. Because y'all ain't gonna like it. Oh, shoot. Well, I guess we have more smokers today. Smokers. Oh. So first of all, let me start with this. Can I tell y'all, I'm going to start with this video that I have been watching for 3 days straight. I cannot stop watching this video. Now, I normally don't bring a whole lot of like TikTok type stuff. But baby, when I tell you I cannot stop watching this video, and maybe we need this video in our life. Maybe we need this. Hey, Ray. Hey, Boo. Hey, I'm sorry, y'all. I have not spoken to the people. I've been very rude. Let me say hi real quick. What up, lovely 31, Tanya? Hey, Monk Chip Boo. Hey, Mamiana. Bilo says, I really need be to break down how a convicted felon can run and be elected president, but someone with a felonious record can't vote. Make it make sense. We're going to come back to that comment. I wish there was a way I could put a star there. Okay. All right. I starred that comment, so I'll come back to it. Hey, Cookie, what's up, Quake? Nikki, Cajun. Oh, hey, Cajun. Hey, Cali Girl. Katrina, Diamond Pearl. Hey, Boo. Space Cash, Ravine, Demille. Hey, Demille. Carol, Alexis. Hey, Janae. Diamond Pearl. I think I already said hi to Diamond Pearl. Let me make sure I got everybody. Hey, Yana. Jonathan. Hey, bro. Okay. Auntie Didi. Angela. Tan. Hey. Andre, excuse me. Hey, Lena, Crispies. I think I got everybody. Xavier. Hey, Starbell. Ina. Gabby. Nitwit. Hey, Tammy Talks. Hey, Demetra. Okay, you guys. It's already 131 people in here. If you guys can hit the like button and go ahead and take a seat. Smokers, Yana is here. She's got her hand up. If you need to go upstairs into the smoking section, remember the hookah comes out at 200. When we get 200 people in the chat, then we'll pull out the hookah, okay? Tracy, we're running a special. Tracy got some drinks in the back for everybody. We are running the 34 special. 34, you better be ready for that one because it's 34 different liquors. I'm just telling you what it is. You better be ready. I don't know if y'all can handle the 34. I don't know if y'all can handle the 34. It's 34 liquors. Just gonna lay you out. Thank you, Yana. Yana has been a ride or die. She's been a member for 36 months. I think you've been a member as long as I've had a membership, girl. Hey, Gabby, happy belated birthday. Not what? Savannah, hold on. What's Savannah saying? Anyone can run for office. Tiger King ran for office from jail. He was on the ballot. Yeah, Savannah, we're going to get to that. That's why I said people ain't going to be happy with what I'm going to say. You eating your emotions. Oh, hope the ventilation is working. It is. The ventilation is good upstairs. It's good. We got it covered. It's good. All right. So, hey, Sweet Essence. Hey, Boo. So I'm gonna play this video because maybe if we can start with a laugh, I think all of us can laugh at this. When I tell y'all I have been watching this video, I can't stop watching this daggone video. It is so funny to me. It is hilarious to me. And y'all have probably seen it because it's gone viral. I saw it on TikTok. I'm not sure how long ago. But it has gone viral, and I even did a video about it myself last night. So let's look at this, y'all.
You driving?
Actually, I'm pulling into my doctor's office, actually. So just give me 1 second. I'm parking right now.
Now, this is a judge. Now, he's pretty popular. I watch him all the time. I'm subscribed to the channel that shows all of his hearings. He still does his Zoom hearings. He's out of Detroit. This was a hearing where this guy he's in court. So, and he's in the car. Now, at first I was watching this and I was a little irritated because I was like, sir, how stupid are you? Why are you in court while you're driving? Like, you could at least stay off camera, or at least you could have pulled over and made sure you were parked. Like, I remember that hearing when Whitehead was in the car driving and the judge was like, sir, you need to pull over. Like, she was pissed that he was on the phone. So, I mean, in court driving. But that's not the worst of this, y'all. Let's keep watching. And he was serious. I'm pulling into my doctor's office right now.
You stationary?
I'm pulling in right now at this second. Yes, I am.
All right. What are we doing?
And why he almost had an attitude with the judge, though, like, I'm pulling in right now. Just a second. I was like,
Your Honor, we are respectfully requesting an adjournment in this matter, up possibly 2 to 4 weeks if the court would allow.
So his attorney, which I don't know if he paid for this attorney or not, but this attorney is like, Judge, can we kick this down the road? We want an adjournment. We want to kick this down the road, which, that's a tactic. They keep kicking it, hoping it'll get thrown out, right? So I was like, okay, he's asking for an adjournment. Again, the first time I was watching it, hey, Don Boo, hey. I was like, okay, he's asking for an adjournment. Okay, all right.
Okay. So maybe I don't understand something. This is a driving while license suspended?
That is correct, Your Honor.
And he was just driving. And he didn't have a license.
Now, I want y'all to pay attention to the defendant at the bottom. That look he's making right now is the oh shh look, right? That is the oh shh. I think it just connected in his head, which makes me wonder, what did you think you were going to court for today? Like, do you have that many charges? Like, what did you think you were going to court for today? Okay. Abby said maybe he had gone to the DMV to fix it already. Well, he didn't say nothing. See, this right now was the time for him to say, Your Honor, I've already gone to court to handle that. That should be in the system. Your Honor, my attorney has that information. I've already resolved this. Your Honor, see, he said nothing. So I have to believe that he ain't fixed it.
Is with the charges, Your Honor, yes.
His attorney said those are the charges. His attorney didn't say, well, Your Honor, in the interim, my client has taken care of that. It just isn't reflecting in the system yet. The attorney didn't say, well, Your Honor, that information is not accurate. You see what I'm saying? Okay.
No, I'm looking at his record. He doesn't have a license.
And the judge said, no, that's not the charges. I'm looking at his record right now. That's not what the DMV said.
He's suspended and he's just driving.
That is correct, Your Honor.
She said he's suspended, but he was just driving. She was like, that's correct, Your Honor. Look at the face that the judge makes. He looks over at he's looking over at either his clerk or the bailiff or somebody. Look at the judge. Look at the judge's face, y'all.
I don't even know why he would do that.
He said, I don't even know why he would do that. He said, I don't even know why he would do that. Baby, when I tell you this thing, I have watched this video. I'm probably no less than 100 times. I promise y'all I have watched this video about 100 times.
So defendant's bond is revoked in this matter. Defendant has turned himself into the Washington County Jail by 6 p.m. today. Failure to turn himself in will result in...
Look at his face, y'all. Look at the defendant's face. Look at his face.
A bench warrant with no bond.
Again, at any point in time, he could have said, Your Honor, I took care of that. Your Honor, I have already handled that. Your Honor, I went to the DMV. Like, at no point in time did he try to say that information was not accurate. So, Abby, I know you be trying to help these people. I know you be trying to work with these people. But I have to believe it did not happen. I just have to believe it did not happen. He said, okay, listen, your bond is revoked. You need to turn yourself in by 6 o'clock today. And if you are not here by 6 o'clock today, we will issue a bench warrant. Sir, how dumb can you be? How dumb can you be? And when I tell you, I promise y'all, this video has cracked me all the way up. So I figured we would start on a laugh. If y'all have not seen that video, it's gone viral. So I'm sure y'all have. Somebody know him. I'm waiting to find the video on TikTok where one of his cousins, uncles, sisters, brothers does a video and say, yeah, he always been dumb. Like, I'm waiting. I'm waiting for the video, right? I'm waiting for the video because somebody know him. He probably is going to drive himself to jail. Listen. He probably is going to drive himself to jail. Right, in my Fred Sanford voice, you big dummy. Oh, Lord. Okay. So we're going to start. We started with that video. Now, here's the first story that I'm going to talk about today that's going to probably piss y'all off. Are y'all ready? Okay, we almost at 200 people. We can ready to pull the hookah out. Okay, if you're new here, drop down and say hi. We picked up a few well, actually, we lost some subscribers, but you know how YouTube do, child. You know how YouTube do. They'll be back, honey. They'll be back. Everybody, make sure you are still subscribed. Y'all know how YouTube be playing games and be unsubscribing people. Make sure you are still subscribed to ReallyBTV, even if you think you are. Make sure, I told y'all before, they unsubscribed Abby, and y'all know that that's my ace boom boo boo. Y'all know she subscribed to me. Now, let me say this. We're getting ready to look at a video. And I know that everybody has an opinion. You've got, this has gone viral. You guys have probably seen it. But I'm going to probably say something that's just going to piss y'all off. Tracy, is Tracy here? Tracy, if Tracy not bartending, who else can work the bar if Tracy not here? Who else can work the bar? I don't know. Tracy might still be at work, honey. But let's look at this video, child. Okay, Abby said they're gonna open up the cigar bar. Abby said that when we get we opening up the. So listen, if you want to smoke, go upstairs. Going upstairs, we got the cigar. Abby's opening up the cigar bar. We selling out cigars for $3.40 and to celebrate 34. Okay, the cigars are $3.40. You good, Miss Pretty Amazing Baby. You good, girl. You good. What's up, Cruiser? Hey, boo. The drink of the day is the 34. Again, you got to be ready for it. You got to be ready for it because that's 34 liquors. It's 34 liquors, okay? And Don is going to be selling the Trump burger. If we get to 300 people in the chat, the kitchen opens and Chef Don is going to be selling the Trump burger. That's what we got in the we just sell regular cigars over here right now. If you want to bring your own libation, that's up to you. It's legal here in DC and Maryland. So if you want to bring your own but what we sell is regular cigars. Okay? We sell the regular cigars. Okay. All right. Well, thank you. Tamara gifted a membership. Hold on. Let's see who got the membership, y'all. Thank you, boo. Thank you for gifting a membership. Y'all know the first is this weekend. So y'all know we're going to be gifting memberships this weekend. Y'all know at the beginning of every month, I always gift memberships. So hold on. Let me see who got the membership. Oh, I ain't even share myself out, Lord. We are live, honey. Okay. Who got the membership? I can't tell. Hey, St. James. What's up, boo? St. James been in some old mess. Oh, Star Bell. Congratulations, Star Bell. Congratulations. Thank you. Now, let's look at this video. And then we're going to have a conversation. Here we go. Yeah, honey, the Trump burger. Okay, so for those of you who do not know what that was Northwest, Kanye West and Kim Kardashian's daughter. That is the 30th anniversary of the Lion King. They did it down at the Hollywood Bowl. Now, I heard a couple of weeks ago that she was going to be doing this. So I want to be clear before I get started on my commentary. I am not speaking on her at all. It is not her fault. That is not her fault. And my mods, I do not want any personal attacks on that little girl. None. Y'all can talk about her mama. Y'all can talk about her daddy. But we're not going to talk about that baby because she ain't signed up for this. This ain't her fault. Okay? I want to be clear. And I'm serious about that. She ain't signed up for this. This what I want to say, though. I feel sorry for that little girl. This is nepotism at its best. Thank you, Corey. You're the only one I know. Well, not the only one, but you notice I got my brows cleaned up a little bit. Yes. So here's what had happened. From my understanding, somebody said, I think it's cute. I don't think it's cute. I don't think it's cute at all. You think North did Xavier, stop playing. See, I'm not. I love you, Xavier, but no, sir. No. Now, first of all, I found out what's going on with this let's hold on. So first of all, my understanding about this costume situation is that Kanye West did not want his daughter in the outfit that she was supposed to wear, which of course is like the leotard, like the leotard that the rest of them were wearing. He didn't want his daughter in a bunch of makeup, and he did not want her in a skin tight leopard outfit. I mean, leotard. So let me say this. Because honestly, the baby looked like Big Bird. And again, I'm not trying to be mean. I'm not trying to be mean. That baby looked like Big Bird. That's what that outfit was giving. When I first saw it, I thought that was some Sesame Street shit. Number one. Number two. This is what nepotism looks like. She ain't the first, last, and only child that was put in a position that they did not deserve or earn because of who their parents were. We're not going to sit here and pretend like Kim Kardashian is the first to do it. We're not going to sit here and pretend like Kanye West ain't the first to do it. We ain't going to do it, y'all. Now, we're not going to play that game. I only hate the fact that this little girl is now getting the blowback for what her parents set her up for. Her parents set her up for this. That little girl was she was out of her league. This was a professional production. This was not her school play. This was not her, high school musical. This was a professional production. The other kids that auditioned for the part of Simba, had been on Broadway, were musical theater kids who were professionally trained for this. Okay? So it's not her fault. However, she's the one that's now being ridiculed all over the internet. Right? If this were just a little neighborhood theater thing, I'd be like, child, okay, whatever. But this was at the Hollywood Bowl. This was in front of the who's who of Hollywood. Jason Weaver, Simba himself, introduced her. Right? All of the who's who, like Xavier said, this is going to stream on Disney Plus. This is not some backdoor production. So I know people wanted me to be like, oh, Kim Kardashian, oh, how dare she, oh, blah, 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 oh, blah, blah. No, like, y'all, this shit is as old as dirt. Like, I just hate that it's being done on such a national stage and that the blowback is going to come on this little girl. And that's why I said we ain't doing that. It was the whole show, Abby. She played Simba. It was the whole show. Right. Vintage. When she writes her autobiography when she's 40, 50 years old, baby, this is going to be a whole chapter on this. It's going to be a whole Lion King chapter. It's going to be a whole Lion King chapter. And here's the thing. Do I fault Kim Kardashian for putting her daughter in this position? Yes. But do I understand Kim Kardashian's, what's the word I'm looking for? Eagerness to give her daughter this opportunity? Yeah. Like, I get it. Really, Katrina? Really? You had to bring my Christmas tree into this? How did this become about my Christmas tree? All of it was sad. We're going to call the thing a thing. The singing was sad. Her dancing and choreography, her acting, it was all sad. Every clip I've seen has been bad. But again, her mama did that to her. Even if she said she wanted to do it, your mama, see, this the part y'all not gonna like. This the part y'all not gonna like. Here's where parents have to step in and not always be willing to give their kid everything they want just because they want it. Listen, kids will play with fire if you let them. Kids will eat a gallon of ice cream every night for dinner if you let them. Kids will stay up every night, all night, and watch TV and play video games if you let them. A parent's job is to know better, do better, and put rules in place and put parameters in place. Listen, your mama's supposed to think, your parents are supposed to be your biggest cheerleader. But they're also supposed to understand that some things are an acquired taste. All them people that used to go down to the American Idol that couldn't sing, what they always used to say. What they always used to say. Well, my mama said. Well, my mama said. Well, the choir director used to let me sing in the choir. In the back. In the back. Of course he let you sing in the choir. What he supposed to do? You was in the Lord's house, but you was in the back. And I feel bad for her. That's all I'm gonna say. I feel bad for her. All right. So I knew that story. I was like, they're gonna be mad at me for this. They're gonna be mad at me for this. Because I know people was waiting for me to come out and drag. I'm not gonna talk about that baby. That is not that baby's fault. That's not that baby's fault. Okay. Now here's the second story, and then we're gonna get to Trump. And that's really y'all really gonna be mad at me after we talk about Trump. But let's talk about Martha's Vineyard for a second. Now, I was going to come down here yesterday and talk about Martha's Vineyard, but then we got that Diddy story, and that was 2 hours, and I just ain't have it in me to come back. I was going to do a whole separate video on Martha's Vineyard and Bravo and shows and things of that nature, but I'm going to just slide it in right here because it's 2 days old now, and, y'all know how stories go on people's attention span. But let me slide this Martha's Vineyard situation in here right now. For all the people that like reality TV, and I know some of y'all here don't do reality TV. I know y'all ain't really big on reality TV. It ain't your thing. So for the people that like reality TV, come here. We need to have a conversation, and I'm talking to you, and you. Okay? My reality TV people, come to the front. My reality TV people, come down. Come here. Come here. My reality TV people. I find it so interesting how everybody is so mad that Martha's Vineyard has been put on pause. I feel like it's more people mad about Martha's Vineyard being put on pause than was watching the show. Let me say this. I need y'all to make up your mind. And again, if this is for you, if it's for you, then it's for you. If it's not, let it fly, right? If this ain't for you, then let it fly. I need y'all to make up y'all's mind. And here's what I mean when I say I need y'all to make up y'all's mind. Either y'all want good reality TV that shows us in a positive light Like, do I think everything about Martha's Vineyard was perfect? No, it wasn't. But we saw Black excellence, right? We had history. We learned the history of what Martha's Vineyard was, what it meant to the Black, to Black history, to the bourgeoisie, to the upper middle class. We saw Black excellence. We saw young Black professionals with college degrees. We saw them, D9 organizations. We saw them trying to figure it out. We saw married and babies and going through the growing pains of your friends going through different things, right? Do I think it was perfect? No, nothing is going to be perfect. No situation is going to be perfect. It's not, but the reality of the situation is this. Y'all need to make up y'all's mind. Either y'all want that kind of television or you want love and hip hop. Because I've been telling y'all, and I'm wagging my finger because I keep telling y'all this, and y'all don't be listening to me, but I keep telling y'all this. When they give us shows like that, we don't support them. We don't watch them. We don't support them. And then when they get canceled, then everybody want to start talking about racism. We absolutely need the Martha's Vineyard we do. We absolutely need a Martha's Vineyard show. Bravo didn't promote the show like that. Listen, again, y'all ain't gonna like me at the end of this, but I'ma still love y'all. Bravo has a whole lot of shows they don't promote. I know y'all don't want to hear that. I know y'all don't want to hear that. They don't promote Martha's Vineyard. They don't promote the other summer house like that. They really don't. They really don't. They run the same amount of commercials. And I am a Bravo person. When I say Bravo, y'all know I probably watch more Bravo than most of y'all because I watch the shows to review the shows. So when we talk about commercials and what gets advertised, they don't promote I didn't even know about the original Summer House. I ain't know nothing about that show. They do not promote Summer House like that. The original Summer House. They really don't. Below Deck had sort of like a cult following, and then they started hyping it up once it started picking up steam. Bravo has had a whole lot of one-hit wonders. But because y'all didn't pay attention, when I say y'all, I mean, people didn't pay attention. Nobody made a big deal, but because I review Bravo shows, I can go through my playlist and show y'all a whole bunch of Bravo shows that only lasted 1, maybe 2 seasons. And these were white shows or Latino shows. So this isn't that Bravo. This ain't new. This ain't new. So what I want us, and I'm saying us, I want us to stop always trying to find the race card. I'm not saying that racism does not exist. I'm not saying that Bravo doesn't lean towards their white familiar shows. I ain't saying none of that. But what I am saying is if we want to keep seeing this type of programming, we have to support it. I can agree with you on that too, Tammy, because for as much as people want to give Preston shit, Preston and Jasmine are honestly the only 2 cast members that I saw consistently promoting the show. Jasmine went live every Sunday night after the show on her Instagram and talked about the show, and Preston went live. He usually went live at some point during the week, and he talked about the show. In all reality, I didn't see a whole bunch of people on the show promoting the show. I really didn't. New Orleans got 2 seasons. Southern Charm New Orleans got 2 seasons. And I think Southern Charm New Orleans got, I think unfortunately they were a victim of the Bananarama. I think they were a victim of the Bananarama. And also, right, Chuck, who are the advertisers? I don't know, because honestly, I would have to go back and look. I really don't know. So again, am I saying Bravo is perfect? I don't want anybody to walk away from this conversation thinking I'm defending Bravo, because I'm not. What I'm saying is we as a collective, not me, you individually, but we as and listen, I'm calling out my YouTubers too. Hey, I'm calling out my content creators. I'm about to say something. I'm getting ready to step on some toes. And for the people that I F with, I hope y'all still know that I love y'all. But let's be clear. There's a whole lot of Black YouTubers that wasn't advertising, supporting, promoting Martha's Vineyard. Now, let's be clear. I don't think that just because you are a Black YouTuber, you are obligated to review every single Black show. I'm not going to say that because I don't. There are a whole lot of Black shows that I don't. Right? A whole lot of Black shows that I don't. But let me say this, and this is the part that's going to make some people mad. And I ain't stepping on Don Don's toes because I don't even think he was doing YouTube then. The first season of Love and Marriage Huntsville, it was only a handful of YouTubers doing Love and Marriage Huntsville. I know 2 off the top of my head that I know were doing season 1. I can't think of too many more, but I know for a fact there were 2 that I could think of off the top of my head that were doing season 1. A lot of people didn't do season 2. You know why a lot of people didn't do season 2? I mean, a whole lot of people started doing season 2. You know why they started doing season 2? Because of the drama with Melody, Martell, and the affair. Season 1, when the trailer dropped for Love and Marriage Huntsville, and we thought it was going to be this great, positive show about entrepreneurs in an untapped market, Huntsville. Who the hell was talking about Huntsville, Alabama? And you had these young, beautiful families, married couples, college-educated entrepreneurs that was out there doing the damn thing and hustling and doing their thing, right? Nobody was reviewing that shit. Nobody was. It was 1 or 2. I know I was, and I'm not going to name no names because I don't want to start naming names and be wrong. But it wasn't that many. But it was real interesting to me that when season 2 rolled around after the drama of Martell, Melody, and the affair, all of a sudden, all of these YouTubers were doing Love and Marriage Huntsville. Why? Because now there's drama here. Now here's the thing. I'm not saying that you can't enjoy. Listen, if you say, look, all I want is Ratchet TV, and that's what I like, and that's what I'm going to support because that's what I F with. I ain't looking at you no different. I'm not looking at you sideways. Love what you love and like what you like. But what I am going to say is then what you can't do is turn around and complain about major networks, multi-billion-dollar companies canceling a show that y'all ain't watching. You understand what I'm saying? Do you get it? Y'all understand how there's a left and a right to this? At the end of the day, Bravo is a business. And if the numbers ain't numbering, a Black show is going to always have an uphill battle. We're never going to compare the Black show to the white show because it ain't going to be the same. Just call it what you want. Call it racism. Call it unfair. I don't care. It's all of the above, but it's a fact. It's a fact. But what you can't do, you can't have it both ways. Now, we all like a little drama. I don't want to look at a show that every week is about wholesome family values. I'm just going to tell y'all the truth. But you want a little bit of this, but you also want a little bit of that. But what y'all can't do is not support the shows that they're trying to show us something different and then be like, oh, it's racism. Because that's the first thing. I saw all kinds of Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. I saw all kinds of think pieces and people doing videos and they was. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Sorry, y'all. I hit the wrong button. My bad. Sorry, y'all hit the wrong button. I was trying to take that out altogether. You know, and that's all I'm saying. Yes, there needs to be a balance. I agree with you 100%, Brittany. And let me be clear. I am not perfect. I am not putting myself on a pedestal. There are shows that I'm not going to watch. I'm not going to watch them, and I'm not going to review them. That's just that. But at the end of the day, I'm just saying, I want us to stop. And when I say us, I mean us collectively. I would love for there to be a Black Chrisleys. I love the Chrisleys. I really thought it was fake at first. I really thought that the Chrisleys was a caricature of reality because it was so crazy to me. When I first started watching the Chrisleys, I thought it was a caricature. I thought it was a parody. I mean, not a caricature. I thought it was a parody of reality TV. I did not know it was real because Todd Chrisley is such a damn character. But all I'm saying is I want us to stop always jumping to the worst case scenario. We got to understand business. That's what I was telling y'all about the whole WNBA thing. We've got to understand business. Because it's so easy, to me, it's so easy to say it's all racism. And I'm not saying racism is not a part of it. I'm not gonna say that, but it's not that black and white. Pardon the pun. It's not that black and white. But anyway, that's just my 2 cents on Martha's Vineyard. And again, some of y'all understand what I'm saying. Some of y'all may disagree, and that's okay. Y'all know I don't have no problem with y'all disagreeing. Y'all know I don't have no problem with y'all disagreeing. Business can't be personal all the time, right? Like sometimes we just have to understand. And again, and let me say this though. I'm glad that a lot of people are complaining. Maybe Bravo will be like, well, shit, they really do want the show. I think that the show definitely picked up momentum in the second season. And sometimes we gotta give shows a chance. Let me say this. Now I am going to say this too. I think we live in such a microwave society now. We don't give shows a chance. And this is across the board. How many of y'all, put a 1 in the chat. How many of y'all have found a show that y'all really, or you can write the name of the show in the chat, a show that you really, really like you loved that show and it was canceled after the first season. And you were like, I really, really love that show. It happens to, I feel like I'm a curse. Because the shows that I love I'm like, damn, that show didn't even make it one season. I feel like I used to think that I was I used to think I was a curse. Riches. Ooh, Riches. Let me tell y'all something. Lovecraft Country. Yes. Riches. I like Riches. I'm still mad about Riches. Our Kind of People. Encore. Boomtown. Love Is. Oh, well, we know what happened with Love Is. The Carmichaels. Well, he walked away from the Carmichaels. Our Kind of People. Rap Shit. Yeah, Rap Shit was canceled after the Dangerous Liaisons, The Collection, Into the Badlands Underground. Okay, Sims Overdose gave us a list, honey. Let me say this. One of the most successful, groundbreaking sitcoms in the history of television. Y'all know what show I'm talking about? One of the most successful, groundbreaking, monumental sitcoms in the history of television. Y'all know what show I'm talking about? Anybody want to guess at what show they think I'm talking about? Shut up, Cajun. Not the Sinbad show. Family Matters. Xavier, I love you so much. I love you so much. Oh, I used to love Morgan Mindy. Nanu. There it is right there. VAH got it. All in the Family. All in the Family was a mid-year replacement. It was a mid-season replacement. It had the lowest ratings. Like, it was at the bottom. Back then, it wasn't a whole bunch of cabling. It was no cable and all of that. You had your 3 major networks. It was at the bottom of all of sitcoms for that time, for that, that demographic. It was at the bottom. ABC brought it back for another season. And it ended up becoming one of the most monumental, groundbreaking, successful sitcoms in the history of television. But by today's standards, it would have been canceled. By today's standards, it would have been canceled. Yeah, the summertime rerun helped. Yep, right. It had the rerun. Yeah, that helped, Miss Toby. Thank you. You know, Miss Toby, you know. So I'm just saying, you guys, sometimes things are a victim of the fact that these networks just don't let shows breathe like they used to. And All in the Family had like 4 spinoffs. It had Maude, The Jeffersons, and technically Good Times, because Florida was on Maude, and Florida's character and her husband James, even though Good Times was something totally different, because on Maude he was a firefighter, right? Archie Bunker's place. I want to say All in the Family has the most spinoffs. I still watch Maude too, Miss Toby. I love Maude. I think I feel like I want to say I read somewhere that it has the most spinoffs. Oh, I forgot Gloria had a show. Maude was Edith, right? Maude was Edith's cousin. Good Times, The Jeffersons, Archie Bunker's Place. You said Gloria had a show. Okay, Gloria had a show. Yeah. It does. Thank you, Marnie. Marnie said it does. Yep. So, I mean, again, we just have to. I mean, I have, Mary Tyler Moore had a couple of spinoffs too. Yeah, it did, but I don't know if it had more than All in the Family. Right. My daddy wouldn't let us watch All in the Family because of Archie's racism, but 45 years later, he loved it. Mm-hmm. Different Strokes came from Maude? I don't think Different Strokes. It had the same character, but I don't think. Because that was a totally different character in Maude. The guy that played Maude's neighbor, he was like a Republican. He was a conservative. The character on Maude would not have adopted 2 black kids from Harlem. I don't think that was the same guy. Was it, y'all? I know Diamond Pearl Jim, but what I'm saying is, if you go to Maude's housekeeper, her name was Florida. Her husband's name was James. It technically was a spinoff, but it wasn't a real spinoff, but it was technically, a spinoff. Yeah. Yeah, I think it was just the same guy, this Conrad Bain. I think it's just that it was Conrad Bain. Yeah. All right. Let's get to Donald Trump. I know that's what y'all really want to talk about. Let's talk about Donald Trump. Yeah, Philip would not have adopted 2 black kids from Harlem, child. Hell no. It was just the same guy playing that character, child. Philip was a mess. I used to love me some Philip. I love me some Philip, child. But it's crazy self. He played on Maude, but it wasn't a spinoff, right, Miss Toby? Yep. That right. The Facts of Life was a spinoff of Different Strokes. Yeah, it was. Absolutely. Did you know the Good Times came Lionel from the Jefferson based on his real life? Huh? Did you know that Good Times came Lionel from the Jeffersons based on his real life? I don't know what that. Katrina, rewrite that, because I don't know what you're saying, baby. I used to love me some Daria. Daria used to crack me up. Okay. Now let's get to this Donald Trump situation, which I know I'm about to make y'all mad, but let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's read this article. Donald Trump convicted of falsifying business records and hush money scheme. Donald Trump guilty of. Oh, I just read that. Hold on. Let me read. I'm trying to read the article, and then we're gonna get into it. Open up this CNN. Hold on. I want the article, not the. I don't want to look at a video. I want to read the article. Hold on. Let me just type this in. Good Times was based on Lionel's real life. He was Michael Evans. Who, the original Lionel? Which Lionel? Okay. Well, y'all know Good Times was loosely based on a Raisin in the Sun. They really need to stop calling it hush money scheme. That was an election interference case. True that. And I'm going to drop the link, Andre, excuse me. I'm going to drop the link. I want to read through. Oh, gosh, y'all. Golly, my fingers, y'all. My fingers. I keep typing the wrong thing. Okay. Lord, now my internet want to act up. Give me a second, y'all. Dang on. Forget it. My phone is really giving me a hard time. Give me a second. Let me do it this way. Okay. All right, let's read some of this information. A Manhattan jury found Donald Trump guilty on 34 counts of falsifying business records in a hush money criminal trial, an unprecedented and historic verdict that makes him the first former president in U.S. history to be convicted of a felony. Judge Juan Merchan set a sentencing hearing for July the 11th. Trump's sentence is up to the judge, and it could include prison time or probation. Prosecutors accused Trump of taking part in an illegal conspiracy to undermine the integrity of the 2016 presidential election and an unlawful plan to suppress negative information, which included concealing a hush money payment with an adult film star. While a felony conviction of a U.S. president or party frontrunner is unprecedented, Trump, who is the 2024 presumptive GOP nominee, can still run for office. Trump called the jury's decision a disgrace and said that the real verdict will come during the presidential election on November the 5th. President Joe Biden said on social media that his 2024 rival can only be defeated at the ballot box. The verdict count was 34 to guilty, 0 not guilty. Okay, so let me say this to you guys. Y'all were asking me a couple of questions before we got started. Let me go back to this. Bilo asked me earlier in the show. I really need ReallyB to break down how a convicted felon can run for and be elected president, but someone with a felonious record can't vote. Okay. So, first of all, there is no language in the Constitution of the United States for either one of those issues. Convicted felons not voting is a state by state situation. There are some states where you can be a convicted felon and you can still vote. That is not a unanimous across all 50 states situation. There are people who are convicted felons who have gotten their voting rights back. Same thing about President of the United States. There are only 3 qualifications. 3 qualifications to run for president. You have to be over 35. You have to be a natural born citizen of the United States. And you have to have lived in the United States for, I think, the last 8 years. Something like that. 8 years or 7 years or something to that effect. So, even though we may not like it, that is the language. Who not in Kentucky? What, Yana? What's not in Kentucky? He can't vote in Florida at this point. Right. 14 years. Thank you, Bap. Thank you. 14 years. Yeah. So felons can't vote, but felons can be voted in. Yeah. That's about right. Yep. Not in Tennessee. What about Tennessee? What are y'all saying not in Tennessee about them voting or not voting? For the question earlier, ex-felons can get their voting rights restored automatically after jail or prison in all states except Maine and Vermont. My cousin got his back here in New York. Oh, that's what y'all are saying, not in these different states. There's a process in a lot of states. Some states do not have a process, but there's a process in some states. Now, here's what's going to probably make y'all even more mad. He's not going to jail. Not for this. Not for this. Well, let me say he's not going to jail. I don't believe that the judge is going to send him to jail. First of all, yes, it's a felony, but it's like the lowest felony you can get. It's like the least, whatever the scale is that the... What's up, Dev? So, I doubt he's going to get jail time. He'll probably get probation. He may even get a suspended sentence, but I doubt very seriously he's going to jail. But remember, he has other cases against him. I mean, doesn't he still have the case going on down in Georgia? He can go to jail. The judge can absolutely sentence him to jail. I'm just telling you, I don't think it's going to happen. Don't get all excited. Don't get your hopes up. Don't get, I just don't think it's going to happen. Can it happen? Absolutely, it can happen. I just don't think it's going to happen. Not for this. Not for this. Now, that's just my opinion. So, here's what we need to understand. We right now, as a country, we are at a crisis. We are currently in a constitutional crisis because the Constitution of the United States has set no language for this, which means that, let's say, July 11th rolls around, Trump gets sentenced to probation. His name legally is still on the ballot for November the 11th, 4th, whenever the damn election is. His name is still on the ballot. He can still win, even as a convicted felon, because there is currently no language in the Constitution that prevents it from happening. I mean, it just isn't. And when you, November the 5th, thank you, baby. And when you, I think I was getting July 11th mixed up. But when you think about not just the fact that he is a convicted felon now, when you think about what he was convicted of doing, here is why last week I said, now I'm pissed, right? Now y'all have reawakened the political beast in me, because for people to say, and let's be clear, I'm about to make some people mad. Hold on, let me think of how I want to say this. Hold on, give me a second. Let me think on how I want to say this. Biden is not perfect. There are a lot of things. I wish Biden would not have run. I wish that Biden would have opened up the floor for a younger, more, not radical isn't the word. I just wish Biden wouldn't have run. I wish he would have stepped aside. I think he was being very selfish in choosing to run again. I think very arrogant in choosing to run again. Do I think that Biden has done everything I want him to do? Absolutely not. Do I think that there are some very serious issues that Biden is not addressing domestically and abroad? Absolutely. Do I think that but I absolutely, positively, on everything that I ever, if y'all ain't never believed nothing I ever said before, there's nothing, and I do mean nothing, that would stop me from A, not voting in November, and B, voting for anybody other than Joe Biden. Here's what I need y'all to understand. Please, y'all, do not allow your frustration with what Biden has not done. Do not allow people bringing up red herrings to distract you guys from what's important. We allowed it to happen with Hillary Clinton and them damn emails. We allowed, when I say we, I mean the people who was like, ooh, the emails. We allowed ourselves to get off track, worried about these fucking emails, and we allowed Donald Trump to become president. We took our eyes off the ball. Do not allow yourselves to become distracted. Yes, have we spent way too much money over in the Ukraine? Yeah. Is education effed up? Yeah. Right? Like, are there things that need to happen? Absolutely. Symmetry, we're going to do a whole video on Project 2025. If y'all don't know there are a couple of people in the chat talking about Project 2025. If y'all don't know, y'all need to Google it and do y'all research. And we're going to do a whole video on Project 2025 soon and very soon. But y'all, do not allow yourselves to get distracted. Don't let the celebrities get y'all off point and off balance. And again, what I need y'all to do, I need y'all to understand just how serious what we are losing. Look at abortion. Whether you ever believe in abortion or not, whether you believe that abortion is right for you or not, look at what has happened with the dismantling of things that we thought were set in place. We thought couldn't be overturned. So I don't want anybody, when you look at Project 2025, they want to overturn gay marriage. They want to 100% eliminate abortion for no exceptions for any reason. So I don't want anybody to start talking about what they can't do. I don't want anybody to say, well, they can't. That's constitutional. They did it with abortion. 5 years ago, I don't know if we thought that they really was going. I mean, well, I thought, I knew. But for the average person, I don't think anybody really believed that they were really going to be able to be successful with overturning abortion. But they were. They did. They want to reverse the Affordable Health Care Act, aka Obamacare. First of all, I want everybody, there's 267 of y'all in this room right now. I want everybody to stop calling it Obamacare. I want everybody, do not, whether you need it or not, whether you use it or not, whether you have it or not, I don't care. Whenever you are talking about it in a conversation, I'm asking you, I'm imploring you, I am urging you, I am begging you. Stop saying Obamacare. Here's why I'm telling you that. Because when you say the Affordable Health Care Act, it takes away the bias of it being an Obama thing. When you say when somebody says to you, Affordable Health Care Act, that rings a little different than Obamacare. Because the Republicans were able to reduce what Obama did in his as president when it came to making sure that everybody had access to health care. They were able to reduce that to just something that Barack Obama did. So whenever people hear Obamacare, they connect it to Barack Obama. Now, for those of us who love Barack Obama, that's not a bad thing. But for the people who hate Obama, for the people who are looking for any reason and any excuse to think that he did something terrible and horrible, it opens up that door. It opens up that door. So stop saying Obamacare. Start calling it what it is. It is legally called the Affordable Health Care Act. Please use that term. You'll be surprised how many people don't even know it's the same thing. You'll be surprised at how many people don't even know it's the same thing. But they tried, Project 2025 wants to get rid of that. Somebody sent me a super chat. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. I'm sorry. I was running my mouth. See, y'all said y'all wanted me to start talking about politics again. Here I go. If you do not vote, those who do vote will vote for you. Shout out to Miss Tabitha. Definitely vote. That's my girl. I'm actually trying to get Tabitha to come out of retirement. I want to, El Teddy already said he will. Y'all know El Teddy's going to do it. But I'm going to try to see if I can get Tabitha to come on and talk to us when I do the video on Project 2025. I want to do a panel on it. Oh, I'm going to drop the link now. Hold on. I'm going to drop the link. Y'all can come up. What time is it? It's 7:25. Let me ask. Hold on. Let me find out from El Teddy what time he's going to be ready. He ain't text me yet. Hold on. He might be in the bushes. If you're in the bushes, let me know. I'm going to drop the link now. Oh, somebody said it's, hold on, wait a minute. Hold on. Somebody said, exactly. It was used as a mockery and attempt to diminish it. Absolutely. Hold on. Somebody said something a second ago. Hey, Really B, I vote Democratic, but are you saying that if Biden gets reelected, they still can go through with their 2025 plan? They have the power. They can. They may be able to. It'll be a harder road. They'll have to go a different way. But yeah, but that's why local elections and state level elections and midterm elections are important as well. She amazes. This is it right here. Shanice said, it amazes me how America will tell other countries about women's rights, but then turn around and deny the same rights to women at the same time. You better say it again for the people in the back, Shanice. You better say it again for the people in the back. It's really funny to me how people have so much. They always got something to say. They always want to talk about what America does overseas. America this and America that. And America supports this and America ignores that. But those same people to be right here. I will never understand. I've said this before and I'll continue to say it because I will never understand people who vote against their own best interests. I will never understand that shit. Alice says, really be you are speaking facts. Thank you, my love. Thank you so much. Off topic, have you all ever covered standards-based grading in Teacher Project 2.0? Standards-based grading? I don't know if we've ever talked about standards-based grading. Standards-based grading. No, I don't think we talked about that. I see you backstage, Kat. Hold on. Let me put my banner up, child. Let me put my banner up. Gotta make sure you ain't here to come and get me. Hold on. Hey, Kat.
What's up, woman?
Hey.
Can you see me?
No. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, I can see you now. Come on camera. There you go.
He's crazy.
My bad. I didn't mean to show you on camera, girl.
It's
Hey.
okay. It's a pretty face, girl. You showed his pretty face.
Oh, okay. No problem. You know, some people don't want to be on screen, honey.
But it's
What's
okay.
up, girl?
I'm
What you want to
driving,
say?
but my license. I'm driving, but my license ain't suspended.
I see you,
so
Janae.
I can't listen. I can't. I'm not turning myself in at 6 o'clock.
You know, don't show up the traffic court, honey. Driving.
And that the thing of it with Northwest, I honestly believe they tried to put her in the Lion King because Blue Ivy's supposed to star in the Lion King with the Mufasa story.
Oh.
So they're trying to beat her to the punch. But it's sad they had her looking like Tweety Bird. She can do the Bugs Bunny and Tweety show.
Yeah, I really feel bad for her. I feel bad for her.
That was a Tweety Bird outfit. That was not a lion outfit. And anybody let her went on stage looking like that, his tail whoop. And the thing with Trump, he's not going to jail. And why should we have to pay Secret Service to guard him 24 hours a day? That's tax money that they can be using on something else. He's never going to jail. He'll probably get probation. And the same one, he'll probably get sympathy votes now. Oh, they really picking out Trump. They picking out Trump. He ain't doing anything wrong. This man got all these convictions against him. How in the heck you don't tell me you ain't did nothing wrong? Like they say, a birds of a feather flock together. How everybody around you go to prison and you won't do nothing wrong? Make that make sense, because that's what I want to know. But that's all I got, y'all.
Well, thank you, Kat. Thank you. Janae, you were next and then back.
Okay, so I just want to say something from a medical perspective as far as why you should vote. So one of the things that came out of the ACA is the Patient Bill of Rights, right? So if ACA was to get repealed by these initiatives set forth in Project 2025, then your rights as a patient can change dramatically. The other thing I will say is the way that practitioners such as myself are paid right now is through how many people we keep out of clinic. Okay, so with the repeal that they're trying to propose or put forth into motion, it'll go back to the old way where we can charge patients essentially for erroneous things or procedures they never had. It'll be harder as patients to fight back against it. Why? Because there's no more Bill of Rights. So from a medical perspective, it is.
I see you, Andrew.
It is so important that you vote because your health care, in more ways than one, is dependent upon it. And that's going to directly affect how much money you are spending on medications and things of that nature. And that's all I got.
Thank you for that. So that's another reason when you start talking about your Bill of Rights as a patient, especially women. All right. Thank you so much, Janae. Matt, you were next.
I just wanted to say a couple things. Essentially, first with Project 2025, anytime a set of policies is backed by the Heritage Foundation, you know that is going to be something that is going to be that the main goal is taking away some set of civil rights. What angers me the most about all of this, especially listening to Janae just now, is with Democrats, I hear less and less and less about Project 2025 and like clear explanations like what she gave, and more about anger about Trump and all of it. They need to be more focused on explaining things the way that she did, so that voters can understand just how crucial this election is. Because the way that they're running this campaign, Trump is going to be back in office.
Absolutely, because again, like you just said, we're paying attention to the wrong stuff. Let me tell you something. The Democrats suck when it comes to getting their message across. The Republicans are better at it. The Democrats suck. And that's part of the problem. So you're absolutely correct. They're focusing, what they're doing is they're underestimating Trump's followers. I don't know why, after all of these years, these people will follow that man into a burning building. It's very cult-like. And if you don't understand,
let me say one thing, really, because I got to go. Let me say one thing. I honestly believe, and I'm not just being biased or anything like this, I honestly believe if Biden had a white man running with him, I honestly believe all these people will be backing Biden. The reason why I think they're not backing Biden is because he has a black woman as vice president,
Say that. Yes.
and they don't think that Biden is going to live out his term. So they think that Kamala Harris will be the president. I guarantee you, if he had a white male, I'm not prejudiced, y'all. I'm not racist. Don't come at me. But I'm just saying, I honestly believe if he had a white man running with him, he would not be getting the flack that he's getting now. I honestly believe they don't think that Biden, because I hear it all the time in Alabama, they don't think that Biden is going to live out his term, and they just don't want a black woman president. You see what we had when we got the black president. Even though he was mixed, they didn't see that part of him. They just seen the black part of him. But if he had a white man running with him, we would not be having all this flack for them people going for Donald Trump the way they are now.
Now,
That's all I got.
I agree with her to a part of it, partially. I 50% agree with you. I do agree with you that they may be more amiable to Biden, or even to consider him had he based on his running mate. However, comma, as Billy B would say, however, comma, you all have to understand how entrenched this is for them.
Right.
Look, I never come on camera. I'm gonna come on camera for this. I have never been on camera. I'm gonna come on camera for this. I want y'all to see my face when I say this.
Okay.
Lord have mercy. Okay.
Hi.
Okay, y'all. Here's the deal. All jokes aside, Ruby is telling the honest God truth when she's saying that. However, what we need to understand is I am from the Deep South. I'm from the Mississippi Gulf Coast, Deep South. And if you've never lived and met a set of people people always wonder why are they voting against their own interest? This is their best interest. You ever heard the saying of I can pick your pocket as long as I got somebody in front of you that to tell you to put your focus on, I can stand next to you and I can pick your pockets, I pick it clean. Mm-hmm. That is what happens. That is what happens with them. It's hard for us to imagine that. However, they can have no health care. They can have no food in the home. They can have no home. They can have no running water. But if they can be convinced that we're doing this much worse, whether we really are doing that much worse or not, if they can be convinced that we are doing this much worse, then they will suffer those consequences to ensure that we continue to do this much worse.
Can I co-sign you for one quick second?
Mm-hmm.
That is literally a tactic that they use with just about any populist leader. They focus on quote unquote otherism. So as long as there's this other group that they can demonize and this other group that they can get your focus on, they will do that, and you, whoever their particular target is, won't even think about the fact that you're getting screwed over also. So yes, you're 100% right.
And that's how I forget what's the best minority, the perfect minority. I can't remember what it is. However,
model.
It's the model minority is what they call the Asian
model minorities. Yeah,
the model minority. Okay, that's how that came about. They realized it's a mindset. It used to be 2040. I think it's gotten down to 2030 or 2035 now, where it's supposed to be a majority minority country, the browning of the nation and all of that good stuff. However, they do realize that if all these minorities realize that we are much stronger together, there are more of us than there are of them shortly, that we would be more of a force. So they have convinced a lot of the Asian population, according to the younger Asians, to buy into the thought, the stereotype of being the model minority coming in. We're going to be the best of the minorities. We're going to be white adjacent. We're going to be accepted. We're going to be, they're going to see us as smart, capable, worthy, and we have to stay away from them. They are evil. They are lazy. They are this. They are that. And they had them to help dehumanize all the other. That's also what's wrong with Clarence Thomas, if you want to know the truth. If you want to boil it all the way down to him, Clarence Thomas's issue is the same thing as the model minority. Clarence Thomas did not think he got where he got while being Black. He believed he got where he got in spite of being Black. And in order to remain accepted into this group that he wanted to be accepted by for so long, he has to be the loudest, the first, the most vitriolic person to go against our community, right? He has to say the things that they're going to say before. He has to vote for the things that they want to vote for. He's got to enact all of the craziest, most stringent things that are going to break down the progress in the Black community before they do, so that he can say, see, I'm not like them. I'm one of you. I'm not them. I'm one of you. And so he is more dangerous to us than they are, because they have convinced him that two things, that he belongs and that his belonging is contingent upon him making sure that he's the only one that belongs.
That's why he's on
Thomas. Exactly. And he has accepted that as a challenge. Okay, well, I can do that. I can do it every day of the week. I can do it. But back to the voting. What I want people to understand, I'm so hyped up about this. Okay, third parties, people. Let's break that down. Okay, let's break that down. That is a part of the strategy, whether it's written distinctly into Project 2025 or not. Please know that it is, they know for a fact, for this Project 2025 to be able to be enacted in January, that they must put wedges and show ponies and shiny objects in front of just a slither. They don't have to remember, it's not about getting swaths of people. It's about shaving points, just enough points in the right districts, in the right states, in order to get the electoral votes. So concentrate on, right now, younger minority voters, confuse them to where they do not understand that this country, though third-party voting sounds wonderful, it sounds like a great idea. This country is not constructed to have a third party to vote. It's just not constructed that way. It could happen in years to come, but currently, we are not constructed in a way where a third party vote would do anything other than be a disruption to either of the parties, usually the Democratic Party, because usually the third party voters are more left leaning. Your Green parties, your there's another one. I can't remember. It was some weird name party. That all of them, every last one of those types of parties are designed with that in mind, to divide the vote, to shave off just enough margins. We wouldn't even be dealing with Donald Trump right now had Jill Stein not been. And Jill Stein is a Trojan horse. Jill Stein is a Trojan horse. If you don't believe me, Google her right now. Jill Stein, Russia. Google Jill Stein, Russia. You will find Jill Stein sitting at a table being honored. Remember when all those Republican senators went over to Russia? I think it was around the 4th of July one year, right? If you remember that, if you look seated, I believe she's to the left of Putin, she was being honored. She was being honored at that same dinner. Jill Stein, the one that everybody's, they're just so, she's this. No, Jill Stein is a very good talker. She's a very good persuasive speaker. But Jill Stein does not have any moral core. This is a job for her. And the sooner people understand that, the sooner that we will be better off, because she is not here to help. number one, she has no viable path to win. That's what you all need to understand. Well, that's because we're not voting for them. No, that's because she has no viable path to win. She doesn't have a party structure under her, a party structure that gets out the vote. She's never going to get into double digits because of that structure, because of the way that we are set up right now. And because of that, it does not matter what you do. Well, I'm going to vote my conscience. You do that, and you're going to get the same results as you've always gotten. And they'll say, well, we keep voting for these Democrats. What are we getting? I'm going to really sound old right now, really be really, really old, but I'm just going to do it. The sooner you all accept, swallow this very, very bitter, large horse pill, change is incremental. There is no such thing as a political revolution that is going to work. Revolutions are not all at once. Revolutions happen over time. That's why they're called eras. The civil rights era. All of those ground-shaking laws and norms and things did not come about at one time. It's over time. When you look at it like, oh, we need this and we need this right now. That's what pissed me off with Bernie Sanders. He sold his enthusiastic voters a bill of goods. There's, like I said, oh, we're going to be able to do this revolution. That man knew. The man's been in either Congress, the House of Representatives, or the Senate for 20, 30 years. The man knows how government works. He knows that none of the things, literally 95% of the things that man promised was not possible. Not because he didn't want it to happen, because it wasn't possible to happen. It can't happen that way. It's not possible to happen that way. But what you do is, when you vote, you don't just go home. You can't just go home. You got to hold your elected officials accountable. If they come to your church and tell you, we're going to do this and this and this and this and this and this and this, okay, you can't just vote for them and say, well, shoot, 4 years ago, he came to the church on Sunday and they passed out some fans and told us they were going to, and they didn't do it. But did you call his office? Did you write letters? Did you organize an email campaign? Did you show up for some of these marches? Did you donate $20? Because you can't, it doesn't stop there. You have to get your agenda in place. How do you think we got Kamala Harris? We didn't get Kamala Harris because he wanted Kamala Harris. We got Kamala Harris because some very influential Black, politically motivated women stuck their neck out for over a year, got on the ground, got in his face, and told him that they were going to do what he needed them to do to get this vote out without that was a requirement. Every ask that they asked for, they got. But you're not, it's okay, take those wins, you're going to have some losses. Nobody is going to get everything, because just like we are all committed to what we want. Oh, we want this, we want this, we want this, right? The other side is committed to the same thing too. They want what they want too. So do you really believe that when you get in office that you're not going to ever have to compromise? Do you really think in order to get some of those things that you want, that you're not going to have to give up some of it? That does not mean that you give it up forever. You give it up in this round, celebrate the win you got, and keep working for the rest of it. That's where we fall short. And then that's how people get disillusioned. Well, I'm not going to vote for them. Neither one of us means it's no good. One of us is trying to enact laws in Texas right now that is going to get women the death penalty for abortions. They're marking up a bill right now to enact the death penalty in Texas for women who receive abortions. Right now, say that that's not even going to happen. You think it's not? They also last year enacted a bill that if they find out you left the state, if you leave the state to go to another state where it is legal, they will come and get you and convict you for leaving the state to get an abortion. And everybody that helped you, including an Uber driver.
So I'm reading the comments. Thank you, boo. Thank you. I know you had a lot to get off your chest, child. It's all good. It's all good. You on mute.
I just want them to be aware. Yes, be mad. Yes, we got a lot of asks. We got all of that. Except the sooner you young folks accept that we're not going to get it all at one time, and we have to keep fighting.
El Teddy, I'm glad you dropped down too. I've been meaning to do something. Hold on. Don't let me do it right now. So let me say this, you guys. I've been reading the comments as she was talking. Let me say this. And again, and El Teddy may disagree with me. He's going to continue the conversation on his live. I have the chat set up on redirect. So you guys will be shooting over there. And we can continue he'll continue the conversation. But let me say this. And this is something that I know y'all not going. I know people don't like to hear this, and maybe I'm just the old lady sitting under the tree. I want y'all to do some research. I want y'all to go back to the history of our presidential elections. I want y'all to look at every presidential election throughout the history of our country, and I want y'all to look at how many third-party candidates won. I just want y'all to look. So when people say, well, the third party candidates, da 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 da, or the third party candidates, da 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 da, let me say this. I'm not going to say it can never happen. I'm going to say where we are today as a country. And people can say it's the lesser of two evils. Fine. I don't care. But what I want you guys to understand is on one side of the coin, you have someone and a party who has let you know exactly what they think about you, whether you're a woman, whether you're a minority, whether you're part of the LGBTQ community. They have been very clear how they feel about you collectively. Then on the other side, you have a party that, yes, they're not perfect either, but they're a lot more user-friendly than the other side. Now, again, y'all can call it lesser of two evils, whatever helps you sleep at night. Whatever helps you sleep at night. But look at what Trump did in his 4 years as president. Look at what Trump did in his 4 years as president. Again, I agree that Biden should not have run. I even agree that there are people who are terrified that Biden won't serve it out and here comes Kamala Harris. I agree. I agree with you 100%. Because again, I remind people all the time that this country elected a black man before they elected a white woman. I'm going to let that sit. This country elected a black man before they elected a white woman. Y'all sit with that. I just want y'all to think about that.
And they elected an orange man over a white woman too.
Well, that's true too. They did. I mean, this is a man that told y'all exactly what he was going to do, and none of it was favorable, yet we still had black men, black women, Latino men, Latino women, LGBTQIA people, all of them still voted for Trump.
Let's put it out there. This is a man who has been adjudged to be an SAer. He tried to sue news organizations that called him an R-worder, right? They went to court. He lost that because the courts came back and said that common language of what he is convicted of, what he was found liable of doing to E. Jean Carroll, that it is legally appropriate to call him an R-worder. And she is not the only one who has said this man is convicted today. Everybody keeps talking about Stormy. Stormy Daniels, a porn star. Yeah. There was also Susan McDougal that testified as well to a 7-month affair with the man, and she is a Playboy bunny.
Karen.
So it wasn't just one. This was two ladies, a porn star and a Playboy bunny, while his wife was home and just had a baby. His first wife accused him in court documents of essaying her. And it was a brutal assault. And she detailed it to the letter. And it sounded eerily similar to what he did to E. Jean Carroll.
Sharice Wood says, I have a question for the panel. Do y'all think America's ready for a woman president, whether she's black or white? I just said it. No. Now, I know listen. I mean, I'll let the rest of y'all answer. What do you guys think?
I think it's obvious no. And I think it's
absolutely not. Mm-mm.
Yeah, I think it's apparent in the fact that we literally are at a point where, like, I don't want to say your name wrong. How do you say your name?
It's Andrea. It's like Andrea without the
Okay, Andrea was saying they're literally talking about giving people the death penalty for abortions.
Mm-hmm.
They don't value women.
Mm-mm. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And again, the fact that as a country, we have stripped women of something that had been in place since the 1970s with absolutely hardly any pushback. I mean, it was like 1, 2, 3 gone.
And got 13-year-olds out here being forced to bear their R-worders children. Do you know that must feel like the spawn of Satan growing inside you for 9 months? It has to. Every time you look in a mirror, you're reminded of what happened to you. Every time you lay down and try to turn over, every time you bathe, every time you brush your teeth, every breath you take, you are reminded and have to deal with, as a child, being R-worded.
And I'm gonna say, as a person who was born in the 80s or whatever, Roe v. Wade been around for the whole time I was alive, right? Mm-hmm. I never thought that Roe v. Wade was going to be overturned. I was one of the people who said, "Oh, well, it has constitutional protection.
Oh, I knew
the Supreme Court won't do that."
I knew it was going to be overturned as soon as Merrick Garland was held up. I knew it was gone then.
Yeah, you know, when it's something that you basically take for granted as being there because it's been there forever. I literally just didn't think that it would or could happen, but obviously that is not how the world works. And this Supreme Court is dangerous. They are literally voting on presidential immunity right now, something that Trump is advocating.
I'm glad you're saying it. Say it louder. That because more people need to feel comfortable coming out and admitting those things that they took for granted.
Right.
You know,
like the Civil Rights Act, voting rights and things like that.
That's part of the problem we have right now, too, with a lot of our voters. They get so stuck in digging their heels in, not wanting to admit that they got. Everybody gonna get gooped at some point in their life.
I still voted. I voted for Biden. I voted for Obama. I wasn't voting for Trump or anything like that. But I still took for granted this wasn't gonna happen.
There were some who they would never vote for Trump, but they were gooped to the point where either they voted third party or they stayed home. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because they're not being educated on learning from those mistakes. You can't take anything for granted. Nothing.
You sure can't.
And I think why Black people understand this seems like more than any other race in this country. We've always had to live like this. We've always, like you said, if y'all want to call it the lesser two evils, then it's the lesser two evils. But we've always had to be discerning about not which sector or which peoples would harm us. It's which ones would do it first, or which one would do it worst, or which one would do it under this circumstance. We've always had to be discerning about, code switching is a lived experience for us. So we know that people code switch because we code switch every day. We know that people will pretend to be something that they're not in your face and get behind your back and vote against their own self-interest because they want to feel like they're better than you. We've known that. And we've had to accept it, put it to the back of our head and go on so that we can continue to progress. And for people that say we haven't progressed at all, oh, yes, we have. There have been there's a lot to go. I am not saying that there are not wrong, that things are still wrong. What I'm saying is we have more. We do have more now than we had 20, 30, 40, 50 years ago.
Yeah.
In order not to lose it, we got to learn civics. Civics needs civics.
And that's what I was going to say right there. La Knight said, real talk, we can't change what they're doing with abortions. We need justices to do that. So then I want you to take out what you just said, La Knight, and say we can't change. We can change, but that's why local elections are important, because we elect the people that put these judges in these positions. Some of them, not all judge positions are lifetime appointments. A lot of them, they have to run for re-election. So I don't want us to stop. I don't want us to get that mindset of what we can't do, because we can. But what we have to do is, one, vote more than every 4 years. Some of us ain't even voting every 4 years. But you've got to get out and vote midterm. You've got to get out and vote local. You've got to research your candidates. Go beyond the political commercials, because those political commercials will have you thinking all of these candidates are the devil reincarnate, right? You've got to listen. We all have in our hands, probably 99.9% of everybody in this chat right now got a smartphone. You can Google it, scroll past the Wikipedias, scroll past the, political stance, and find out who these people really are. Find out how they voted in the past. Find out what they did before they decided to run for this position, or before they decided they wanted to be the governor or the state senator or the local city council member. Do the work, you guys.
They literally have a website that shows how people voted in the past. I forgot the name of it now.
Literally, if you go to vote, like literally, it is there. It is. You don't even have to do the work. Somebody else has done it for you. I promise you.
Yeah, you go to Code Blue. They have all this time. They're what's that? What's the Indivisible? Indivisible has a lot of information. But I will tell you this about the seats, La Knight. Here's the thing that you need to remember. First of all, remember how everybody, before Alito became, he's always been horrible, but the king of the horribles was Scalia. And Scalia dropped dead. Okay, he dropped dead. Some of these other ones are about to drop dead. Okay. Now, I'm not wishing death on anybody. I am just saying, with the wrong person in office, those nominations to fill those that drop dead they will fill those seats with somebody just like them or worse. So there's that. There's also, if we can get a larger majority in both houses, not just one, in both houses, and keep it, then there are amendments that have been on the table and been discussed for everything up to and including term limits for, but it takes codification. You have to do, you have to amend the Constitution for those things. They're talking about changes to the Electoral College. They're talking about the one that I like most was this panel type pool for the having a larger SCOTUS, but also having this where they pull from the federal. It's a very smart thing the way it's talked about. There are a lot of more people, more scholars, more smarter than I am, that have been discussing how they have this. It's some kind of way they want to pull from the federal benches to seat them in a shifting way or something. You know how they shift them in and out. It's not a given or something like that. It's a rotating panel or something like that. But there are a lot of think tanks that have really thought out some necessary changes to the Supreme Court. However, none of those can be enacted if there's not a majority in the House and in the Senate. And I'm not talking about even we need a supermajority, because you rarely can get 60% of anything to pass so that you get these things. However, there can be some changes made, and there are some good ideas on the table, but that's going to cause for us to get out and vote for this Democrat, whether we like it or not. If you don't like him, take your vote, slap him in the face with a baguette to him.
And let me say this, and then we can wrap it up. I want to thank everybody who came up. I have a super chat, and I want to read that. Thank you, Angela Boo. Thank you. For those that think Trump is the reason for the stimulus checks, if the Democrats in the House and Senate came up with that, please understand how government works. Exactly. And I hate when I hear people say, oh, I got the stimulus check during Trump. Yeah, because we were in the middle of a panorama. Everybody, any president would have done the same thing. We might have got more money under Democratic president, but I digress. I'm going to say this. And I'm not picking on you, baby. I don't want you to think I'm picking on you. But the other thing I want us to know too is, I want y'all to Google how many judges did Donald Trump appoint during his presidency. I don't think people understand what all the things that a president does. And the president is responsible. It's not just the Supreme Court. The president is responsible for federal judges. And I don't think people understood just how many vacancies there were going into Trump's presidency. You know why? Because the Republicans had done a good enough job, not just with stopping the Supreme Court judges, but stopping a lot of the federal judges from being put in, approved as well. And so Donald Trump put a lot of judges in office. I mean, I keep saying office. Y'all know what I'm saying, on the bench when he was president.
Take a look at what Biden. Look up quietly. They knew they needed to do it quietly and not make fanfare. However, you wish they would now, since it's election time, make some fanfare about it. Look how many Biden has appointed more federal judges than I believe they say any president in modern history, and with the majority of them being women of color and a lot of Black women.
Right. So
check out he has more than anybody.
Right. When people talk about what Biden hasn't done, I really want y'all to do, and I don't want anybody to think I'm beating up on you, because I'm not. But I really want y'all to go deeper, go past what they're telling you, go past the after. Again, I'll be the first one to say that Biden should not have run again, but go past what they're telling you Biden did or did not do. Please watch what Biden really has and has not done. Because it's not all bad. It really isn't. Now, was it as effective as I wish it had been? Absolutely not. But I also know the alternative with Trump serving another 4 years would absolutely not have been what I would have wanted it to be. Now, on the local level, there are some viable third-party candidates that do have a path to winning on a local level. And so pay attention to that as well, you guys. All I'm saying is, put as much effort into voting as most of us put into, I don't know, making our grocery list or deciding if we're going to go on vacation. And I'm not picking on anybody, but y'all say y'all wanted this really be back. So the really be, the political really be is here. And I'm just going to have to call a thing a thing. That's it. And so I want us to understand what's at stake, understand how serious this is. I don't want us to get caught up on the fanfare, and don't allow us to get caught up on, Biden this and Biden that. Yeah, Biden is terrible. I mean, no, that's not the word I'm looking for. But Biden has made some bad decisions. But he's not all bad. Let me say that. It's not all bad.
He's not even mostly bad.
But Trump has definitely showed us who he is. And what they say, when a person shows you who they are, believe them the first time. We had 4 years under Trump. And for the people that say, oh, life was better. And
not just that. The choices, these are your choices. Just like they told Trump in that trial, when they did the closing arguments, if he's arguing about us having Michael Cohen and all these people testifying against him, we didn't choose Michael Cohen. He did. He should have chose somebody else to commit his crimes with. If he didn't like this criminal, he should have chosen another one. So these are our choices.
I agree.
We can wish we had other ones. We do not. We can be mad about the ones that we have. Great, we can. Get out and work in the community and encourage and support some more candidates so that we can grow up a crop of people, a better crop of candidates who can be better politicians. Until then, this is what we have. This is what we have. So you can't live on. We don't have that. We don't have what you want right now. This is what we got. You can either have this or that.
Exactly. And I agree that the Democrats have, I said that earlier, Stacey Renee, I agree with you 100%. They've got to do a better job of getting out information in their messaging. I 120% agree with that. Right. That was Obama's budget. Absolutely. How many people owed on taxes this year or didn't get back the same amount of money they usually get with their taxes? That was, that's due to a lot of tax laws that were changed under, Trump. Okay. Let me get ready to wrap it up for real. We can head over to El Teddy's house. Again, I've redirected the chat. So if you guys want to continue this conversation, and he will be able to break it down. Some of the things that were said about Trump and Florida and the laws. You know, El Teddy is from Florida. He's active in the Democratic Party in Florida. So he has a little more insight when it comes to certain things as it relates to the state of Florida. And he'll piggyback on whatever was said here. You know, he'll do it in his El Teddy way. But we're going to head on over there. Thank you to everybody who sent me a super chat. I appreciate you guys. Tomorrow is Friday. I'm not sure what time, if I'll be able to go live tomorrow, but you know, we'll definitely be here for Never Ever Meets tomorrow evening to discuss tomorrow's episode, child. I don't know if that show's over or not yet. But anyway,
thank you for my ramble. Thank you for my rant.
Thank you,
Andrew. I'm very passionate, y'all. Please.
No, can I say real quick? Thank both of y'all for this discussion, especially you really be for having it, because this is definitely needed.
Thank you, Bab. I appreciate you, my love. Thank you, Andrea, Janae, who came up, Kat, who came up. And I appreciate you guys. And again, we're going to head on over to El Teddy's house. I'll talk to you guys later. Mwah! Peace. I need to start playing my outro. I never play my